Jesse Rogers from ESPN Chicago, along with Joe McDonald from ESPN Boston. Well, we have a series. It didn't look that way after the first period. It looked like the Hawks might run away with this game, but Boston really came back with a nice push in the second, the third, and then really dominated the overtime to win this thing.
Yeah, Jesse, that first period was probably the worst start that the Bruins have had in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and you would think that without Tuukka Rask, this could be a completely different series right now. The Blackhawks should be up, or could have been up 2-0. Rask was phenomenal in that first period. He made 18 saves and really gave the Bruins a chance to kind of get back into it. And the interesting part for the Bruins was Claude Julien decided to tweak his lineup a little bit at the start of the second period and putting Daniel Paille, Chris Kelly, and Tyler Seguin together as a line, and it worked because they produced the game-tying goal and then Paille's game-winning goal in overtime.
Yeah, Paille was great. But I want to go back to that first intermission. Several guys talked about what went on in there. There wasn't a lot of yelling or screaming. That's not the time or the place for it. But there was a change in attitude in the Boston locker room.
Yeah, they basically said, look, with what Tuukka just did for us, he really bailed us out. We need to kind of come back and help him out here. And they did. They knew that there was that sense of desperation and that they needed, because if they didn't, then this could be a totally different series right now.
Absolutely. And the Hawks did the opposite. They maybe felt it came too easy in the first and it was going to, come that way in the second, and it really didn't. They stopped skating. They started standing around. They weren't putting pucks on net like they were in the first period, where they had 19 shots, just 15 the rest of the game, including, a game that goes to overtime. It's a pretty good job by Boston to reverse the whole momentum.
Yeah, they really did. And what they were able to do is they actually got back to playing their style of game. They weren't sitting back. They were taking the play to Chicago. They were strong on the forecheck. Defensively, they were able to clear out any traffic in front of Tuukka, and it did. I mean, it was a huge, flip of the switch almost for the Bruins, and now they go back to Boston with this series even at one game apiece.
And the one question for the Hawks comes from their fourth line, who gives up the game-winning goal. Brandon Bollig can't get the puck out of the zone, so that controversy is going to start up again should Victor Stahlberg be back in the lineup. But that's for tomorrow and, of course, Monday, where this series shifts to Boston. We've got a good one here, 1-1 after 2. For Joe McDonald, I'm Jesse Rogers, ESPN Boston and ESPN Chicago.